Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review. Welcome to 2024. This is our second episode of the year, episode 83. This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows, and I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
And I am Jazz.
What's good?
What's happening?
Yo, Sai, my guy.
Yo,
Sai, my guy.
I thought it was 8 p.m. my time. My bad.
Where you live?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. So he's on my time, which I thought I said that.
I'm pretty sure like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 7. Yeah, Sai. Yeah. And he probably thought, oh, I'm on time. I'm 4 minutes early. Nah.
I sure did. And that's so sick of me already.
So, my brother, Sai, how you feeling this evening, sir?
I'm good. I'm embarrassed because I was late.
Hey man, shit. Hey, look, man, shit happens. It's our shit, so we can run it the way we want to.
Everybody, this is Sai. Sai, this is everybody.
Jazz, man, you put this on the docket. But I agree.
Yeah.
And when I got into it, I didn't know how much of an emotional roller coaster I was going to be on. One, based on the film, but two, based on real life tragedy that happened or that spawned from this. What were you getting when you watched this movie?
So I'll be honest, I've seen this recently because I seen it was on Netflix. And
Gotcha.
So I was just like, oh, because I saw it in theaters. And I guess
I did. Did I watch it in theaters?
You ain't get to experience it?
I don't think I did it in theater, but I think you was like, you gotta watch it. It was definitely worth the watch.
Nah, it was, if I'm not mistaken. It was, because I saw it with And so loved the movie in theaters. For anybody who is not sure what we are reviewing today, we are reviewing 21 Bridges that dropped in 2019, starring the great Chadwick Boseman. And he was like dropping movies back to back to back, especially for somebody with the type of health condition that he was dealing with. And it just blows my mind. And so watching this, it's just all of those feelings come back, me as the viewer, because I'm just sitting here like, I didn't really even need to do a rewatch of this movie for this review. But I was like, I ain't remember everybody's name, but like the movie was good, not too long, action packed. So I was like, Jason, does this need to be the first movie of the year? Like, 21 Bridges, amazing film, even though we're supposed to wait to the end, but whatever. It's our show. We can do whatever we want. But, but nah, like just watching it back, it was great. I hate that you didn't get to experience this in film in the theaters, because I know that's your vibe.
Yeah. I think, I slept on it for some reason, but then I was like, man, you know what? Somebody made me watch it. A Marblehead made me watch it with them, and I enjoyed it, man. I thoroughly enjoyed this, man. But like you said, 21 Bridges. It was super dope that the Russo brothers were involved with this, but then they got Chadwick, and like the first line of the movie, an Avenger carries out God's wrath. I'm like, God damn, already with the Avenger. King T'Challa. So opening scene, it's a funeral. We see Chadwick's father has passed away. The pastor kind of speaks out about just the type of man his father was. He, seemed to be a great man. He was, I guess he was making a stop, I'm assuming, or whatever was going on. There was 3 guys he was able to take down 2, but the last one is the one that got him, unfortunately. I didn't really care for the opening scene. I'm gonna be 100 with you, because I feel like
that's why we here.
That first 10, 15 minutes could have been cut, and we could have started with I'm going to say it now. This is who I think. I've been saying it for quite some time. I feel like this is who I feel T'Challa should be now. I feel like he would be a great, like, just as far as I enjoy his acting personally. They showed him running. I mean, that's some Black Panther shit, running around. Oh, he has the look that I feel like he has a look that kind of is not like Chadwick's look, but it kind of looks like Chadwick to a certain extent. And I do feel like that little kid at the end of Wakanda Forever, if they was to speed run him as an adult, this is what he could look like. Clean face, beard, whatever you want to go with. I feel like they could do that easily done with the multiverse at this point, especially with what we're about to have going on. Like, anything can happen. They can pull anybody from anywhere to bring them to just, this is T'Challa Jr. as an adult from a different universe, that he just gets stuck in our universe for whatever reason.
I like that storyline because it kind of keeps you from replacing him, but also like, okay, here is somewhat your replacement, but it's your son from a different multiverse that, let's just say, got destroyed.
I'm thinking, like, because they're gonna have to bring X-Men into the universe, so you can't. I don't think you really explain it as if they've just been doormat for the last 15 years. I feel like what's happening is a lot of that's going to be introduced, how we going to get them into this universe. And he could be somebody from that universe, and it could have been something weird, like the kid gets sucked into a thing, and the adult is the one that comes back. Like, he was like, you've been gone for 5 minutes, but shit, I've been gone for 30 years, bitch. What you talking about, mama?
Don't call you mama, bitch. Be respectful. Right. But that could work. I mean, I'm sure they're actually probably writing up something right now of how they're going to do it and the different options that they have. So that'll be very interesting.
Though, I guess that opening.
I understood it because it kind of showed you how his connection to the Bureau was, being a police officer, and the importance of it, because every avenue and turn he was going down, somebody wanted him to be corrupt. And so, and it's NYPD, certain movies can let you know about that history, or just Google it and learn yourself. And so you have a shining light of somebody that just like, the badge has been in his family, it's in his blood. And the way that he was responding to internal affairs. And it's just like, the question is, that was kind of like, seemed kind of pointless, or it didn't seem very professional. It's just like, the questions that they were asking him, because they was just like, do you feel like, I guess try to catch him up, because they was just like, we know why we're here. We don't have to go through all this. He said, no, you do need to go through all of this. This is procedure. This is protocol. And so he seemed more professional on his side and taking it more serious than the folks in there. But granted, I don't know how those investigations go, because I'll just be minding my business.
Yeah. Like I said, we kind of learn quick. He's quick with the gun, or so we think. Right. And he kind of spoke about himself the entire time. I love the way he handled himself in the room. I love how he handled himself with his mom, who seems to maybe have dementia, or is that right? Dementia is the right one? You lose your memory?
Or like on early stages of dementia, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like
or is that Alzheimer's?
I'm gonna go with dementia.
Bad. All right. Yeah, I know, but hold it together. I could have just went right past saying nobody would have caught it, but Jason was like, what did she just say? But yes, his mom, they had a really good moment there.
Yeah, but we catch up with our perpetrators here. We got Loki, and I'm gonna say T'Challa Jr. I always thought this was Loki. I always thought it was Loki the entire time. So I was like, it's not Loki. I don't know. It just felt like Loki in 2019. Like I don't know. I just thought it was him. So that's just who I rode with the entire time. Like, damn. I like they still fucking with Loki over there, the Russo brothers.
And it's somebody completely different. That is
not him. It's not him.
Oh, a good what if of T'Challa and Loki. But this isn't Loki in this movie, but
it's not. It's definitely not. But they make it to they make it to they make it to the spot. Mastos, I believe is the name of the place. They make it to Mastos. They kind of have a little, you see the camaraderie between the two in the car. They make a little your man smell like your beard, no, it smell like your girl, little joke. They have,
I was gonna say, like, I was trying to figure out the dynamic between the two, because at first I was just like, okay, Ray is the one in charge of everything. In actuality, like, Ray was the muscle, but he was also the one that was uneasy, because it's like, Ray, you got to calm down, because this type of situation, like the aftermath, y'all got caught because of what you did, or excuse me, what Ray did. Why you just didn't stop at that red light? Know traffic cams gonna take pictures of everything. You didn't think that was a turning point?
No. When you went inside this building and you see it's 300 keys, are you still going?
I'm taking what I can because I'm not losing this job.
I'm leaving.
But I'm also paying attention to the individual that's there and that is not shocked at these 300 keys of coke. This is just a regular day for him, but he's checking his watch.
Because he know they coming. But did you also hear him say it's only 2 people for what you got down there? Y'all ain't finna get that.
Right. Yeah, I did catch that.
I'm leaving. At that point, so 2 things. Him looking at the watch, constantly looking at that, I'm dipping. Number 2, it's more than what we expected. I'm dipping. Because clearly somebody is coming, or so I'm thinking in this situation. Somebody's going to be here. Me trying to get this out, it clicked clearly. They thought it was a quick in and out job. They left the car running. I didn't peep that until I see the car, when the cop trying to go to the car, and the car, off the exhaust, it's still going. So you staying to get that, to try to get some of that?
I'm not gonna go home empty-handed.
I'm going home empty-handed. You crazy?
But see, when you go into that situation, let's be real. If we were to ever get in that situation, even though my goal is to get the stuff and get back home, realistically, I might not make it back home.
When they run through the actual place, we find out that they got 300 keys instead of 30. What you doing in that situation?
I'm walking away, man. That's a lot of weight.
Thank you.
That's a lot of people money. That shit is insane.
Hold on, side question. Y'all get in there and you see 300 keys. So you just like not taking nothing with you?
Nothing.
Thank you.
Wow.
You got it. I'm looking. Look, like
insert Denzel gift. I'm leaving here with something.
Nah, because this ain't one of those moments where it's like God be blessing the wrong people, because people would be finding money and all that, they be giving it back, blah blah blah. That ain't this. This is people that are willing to kill for this shit, right? Like, this is like a different level of responsibility that comes with carrying that with you.
All right, let me ask y'all this. I'll go to you first, Jason. If you at the beach and you see 50 keys roll up on the beach, you leaving it there or you taking it?
On the beach?
On the beach.
So am I Jason, or like, do I have like street knowledge? Because I don't know what I'm gonna do with 50 keys. I'm gonna be 100% with you.
If you at the beach and 50 keys roll up.
Okay, look, I'm making 3 calls. If one of those 3 calls is a go, I'm gonna grab it. That's all I got for you.
Okay. Side. Same scenario. You on the beach, 50 keys. You leaving it there or you taking it?
I'm taking that. But that's a different scenario. You're not sticking nobody up. Like you can be like, hey, I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? No harm, no foul. If they come find you, they come find you. But you know, it's totally different. Wait,
Yeah,
so you said that you would take the 300 keys?
She would have took some of it.
I'm taking something. Like I'm not leaving that job empty-handed. But see, I'm going on that job with the mentality of I might not make it home because I'm doing this kind of sketchy shit. So, and I got my guns with me. We out of here. Somebody's
Okay.
leaving here tonight.
So side
that.
niggas feel like Michael was, I don't know, like I said, I feel like he was just the person that he's the person that he trusted the most in that situation. And it was like, I know he got my backing if the situation does get murky type thing. Because who else you gonna have in that type of situation? But Michael, on the other hand, he was like, I didn't know how much of a hothead this MF was when we got into this situation.
I mean, he's been to war before. So
He
got that. He got discharged. I don't think Michael was like in like battle like Ray. And so I just think he's obviously had more exposure. And somebody in that kind of situation, I would immediately think he was going to start killing folks. Like, come on, bro. He was in war in Afghanistan. And you think he's not going to shoot up some cops that's going to try to shoot him? Yeah. He's shooting anybody. Like, he's not leaving nobody alive. So, but this scene, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw it, it had my anxiety fucking up because it reminded me of when I played Vice City and I would kill people and the cops would come out of nowhere and I would try my hardest to get away and they'd just be everywhere.
Yeah. Vice City wasn't the game to get away from the police. I think they started making it where you could actually shake the police on San Andreas. So yeah, you needed a cheat code.
If you go into the garage, and
catch
a in your car.
Paint and spray? Yeah. I forgot about that when you because it's like it's a heist mission on there. I believe you got to go rob a bank and one of the guys get killed. The driver actually he gets killed and you have to go to the pan spray. I feel like sometimes it didn't work. Like if they catch you going inside of it, they'd be with you.
They outside waiting for you. You're like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be a safe space. They just out there now you in jail.
It's not safe, but as Erica says, those safe places just brave places.
Well, that spray and shade, whatever, was not brave because the police are out there waiting for you.
No, you was the brave person. It wasn't safe at all. You was just brave to go in there and think it was going to protect you.
Because it worked every other time. So that one time.
So next scene, of course, they decide to take the keys. They run into the police, leaving out, and a shootout begins to happen. What are your thoughts on how this shootout scene, how it goes? What do you think about this scene?
I mean, I think Andre was pretty on point with it, right? That cops were knocking on the door like it was friendly. It wasn't no like what's going on here type of action, right? So it's all sketchy. Like, why are there that many cops pulling up randomly to the spot where there's this much weight and it's uncut? Like, all that is like a different level of shiesty, you know? So
it typically does. But Andre pulls up to the scene. He's checking it out. He sees all the different bodies laid out. And then I think he pulls up on the police chief. We got Keith David. Quick 1-2 scenes in the movie. Wish he had more scenes, but I appreciate, it wasn't him at the end. That's all I can say.
Right.
But
always for that black man.
We see J. Jonah Jameson in this scene, and when you initially watch it, you kind of see it's like I feel like it's a sense of urgency, him also concerned with them, but after rewatching, he was trying to cover his own ass. So what did you think of him in this scene when he was kind of snapping out on Chadwick's character?
I mean, I understood it because obviously you got 7 cops killed, and then you have one on their way to the hospital. And this was a close-knit group of police officers. And so you got somebody that came in and killed half of your people. I can definitely understand the frustration. And then you are authority. So you like, look, I know you was at Internal Affairs earlier. Let's make sure you're there tomorrow, which means insinuating once you find these shooters, you need to kill them. We don't need to put the families through any kind of court system or none of that. Just go ahead and save the taxpayers money and just take care of them on the street. And they know his record. And I thought it was interesting, like everybody knew Chadwick's daddy. Everybody knew Chadwick got bodies on him. Like everybody know about him. So which kind of made you think like, okay, were you accidentally put on this for a reason that you might let some shit slide? But I don't, like you said, Keith David's character wasn't dirty. So I just think it was a coincidence.
Which one? That Chadwick was put on the job?
Yeah.
I
don't think the police chief had any kind of authority to put him on that.
Yeah, and I think it was just in his area. He was a detective in that area, so he the one that picked up. Because when the other cops, they pulled up. Also, I'm going to ask you, what do you think about how he handled that conversation with the other two detectives from the 8-5 that was sitting in the scene? He was like, "All right, guys, get up out my scene.
Get your asses up." I mean, I get that. Like he bitched both of them. Because why are y'all sitting down on the ground and it's a murder scene? Like I understand them, your boys, but go outside. You putting your DNA all over this space. Granted, their DNA is already there anyway. Yeah. Because y'all got some coke in here. Y'all, running, doing scheming and all of that. But I mean, he was professional. He was just like, look, get up so we can try to figure this out. And he knew what he was doing. 2 shooters. What makes you think that? Well, you got somebody skilled and you got somebody that's able to stab this guy over here with a knife and take out all these cops. Like he read that entire scene perfectly. And I was like, oh snap. I see you, Chadwick. It kind of gave me chills. I was just like, oh, look at that black man out there doing his thing, his element.
There you go.
I'm not pandering.
I get it though. I get it. And they stepped outside and he get introduced to Burns. Which she was always kind of sketchy to me the entire time, just based on it. But she was on top of her shit too. Like it seemed like she could have been a good cop. Let me see. Well, actually, she was inside the building with him when they walked. When they did the walking. We catch up, with the perpetrators and they kind of arguing over what's their next move, because now they kind of fucked themselves. Because they killed all the different cops in the one town. Buddy was running the car too damn fast. He ran through the light after he told him not to. Because in anything in these situations, we don't need a paper trail. We can't have a paper trail. At this point, we need to move diligently. We have to move as conspicuous as possible, because they're going to start looking for different things.
Right. And I'm just like, if you were to remove that element of their pictures being taken with that traffic cam, they would not have been able to find them guys.
It was so many different scenes or different moves that they could have taken care of that would have made them be okay. Because you have that. You have them when they meet this next guy. When they meet what was his name?
Bush.
Shit. But yes, whatever Bush. When they meet Bush, they take his car. Like it's just a whole bunch of different things, and it just also kind of lets you know how the police work in these moments, because while they're moving on one side, the cops are still working on the other side. So now it's 1:00. Like I said, this is when they kind of make a bet. I bet you the car's gonna be burnt up on another side of town. A nickel. Because he already knew that. Like, I know what's gonna happen. Like that's what the fuck is you gonna do with the car? And then they go over what they think that they're gonna do next. And they just started betting over the different locations. How did you feel about this when they started going? Not betting, but they was betting. Like, I wouldn't do that.
I love this scene. Because it's always interesting when you see movies where you have different levels of authority, to where you have local police, you have federal, the FBI coming through, all of them, they hate each other. because they just like, this is my jurisdiction. They just like, no, this is still our jurisdiction. They just arguing like hand over foot of who's going to take the case and everything like that. And what's going to benefit the, I guess, the mayor or the governor. It's just like, you got all of these drugs, one of the biggest coke buses or coke robberies, and you got all these cops dead. So you can't really mess this up. Like, you have to find those guys. And so when Chadwick's character was breaking it down, he was just like, okay, but section by section, you got two guys, they can't go to certain areas because they'll stick out. Ain't nobody messing with no coke in like the middle class areas. So like him doing all of that lets you know he knows the demographic of each borough, the kind of people that are there, and where he should pretty much be like, look, trap him in Manhattan. You have until, I think it was 6 o'clock, close it down and just pump it all with cops. And so like, I love that whole breakdown. I thought that was dope. And it was very interesting. Because like prior to this movie, did you know it was 21 bridges to get in and out of Manhattan?
I did not, but I have a lot of bridges that I just don't know about. Like I see them all the time on like video games or different movies. So I don't know how many bridges they got. So that was interesting in seeing it. But that made sense in why they said, 21 bridges. They get stuck in that one area, which of course at that same exact time they get a call 90 seconds ago. The car was called in. Let's get them moving. But he asked the deputy mayor. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, like, what would you have done if you were like Clay and Mike? Like, where would you have gone to hide?
Man, I think they was doing everything as well as they could.
I would have found me a motel, paid for a room with cash, and stayed there for the night. Moving around is not going to benefit you because cops are going to know you moving around. You buy a room with cash, especially in a sketchy motel, you just there just to have somewhere to stay. Nobody's tracking you.
Well, it's kind of, so that would have been kind of hard to say at the same exact time. But then, like, because if you go to the motel, their faces was getting plastered everywhere. So who's to say that the motel owner wouldn't have turned them in?
I would have went to first off, the motel would have been in one of my locations, regardless, depending on how the job went. If it get fucked up into where somebody dies, okay, this is where we need to go right here. To where get you a motel, got your hat on, sketchy spot, you could pay some of them jokers off. Not that I know, but I see movies. So it's just, they didn't have like a plan B or C. Yeah, they just had the plan A. Like, if you doing something like that, you need to have plans all the way to I, if we're being real.
Because I would have, so with me, whenever they dropped the car off, I would have had a new car at that point. Like I would have, whenever they dropped it off to burn it up, I would have already been in a new car going to a different, like going, either I probably would have went back. Like I probably would have went back to wherever they came from. Because I mean, the police wouldn't have been looking, right?
I don't know. It would have been interesting.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, Michael was Michael.
And we see what happened.
They make it across the bridge. Like Jazz said, they made it to the drug dealer's place. And within this scene, the drug dealer was kind of a little too, I don't know, he was just like a little too cocky, a little too arrogant for me to have the type of the gun that I had on me. Like, he got me fucked up. What's going on? So I'm gonna go to you. So within this scene, they speak to the drug dealer, and he offers him, hey, you pay me $1 million and you can keep 5.4. Is that a deal you would have taken at that moment if you was Michael?
If I was Michael, I mean, Michael was the one that offered that deal, right?
So, Michael is the one that brokered it based on the numbers that supposedly the drug dealer was trying to fuck them, but
right. I mean, it's like the sicko kids say, Michael's about his details and everything, right? So he knew what he was doing. He knew the numbers that he needed to ask for to make it a even even trade and all that, especially for everything that they had gone through. And what that guy's gonna give up. He was expecting how many keys? He said 13 keys he originally thought were gonna be there or something.
30. He
Oh
expected
no,
he
30,
told them it's gonna
30.
be 30. He's gonna be
Right,
30.
right.
They took 50. So he gave him
Yeah,
an
so now they
additional
got
20.
50. Exactly. And he's not gonna take that deal. And his peer is not even stepped on yet. Yeah, he's gonna make that deal. I was surprised
Fuck.
that he had the money in his spot though. That
I
seems
wasn't
like
shocked. I wasn't shocked on that because they always have wherever the dope is, typically you have dirty money, and that's when they try to get it clean. So Jazz, I probably would have stayed in this place with them. Like whenever they started moving around, I probably would have been with them. I don't know. That would have been my only real thought at this moment.
You would have been at the drug dealer's house.
They
He
would
not
have
even letting. He not letting you stay there.
Mhm.
If you the drug dealer, are you letting two guys whose face is all over the news chill at your house?
the type of guns they got. What can I say?
You gonna have to kill me, bro. Kill
Yeah.
me.
Jazz,
Fuck
what's wrong
you.
with
Get out my
you?
house. Get
You
out my
fighting over
house.
Jazz, you are fighting a crazy battle tonight.
Listen,
you done got
Jason.
it.
Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and defend the drug dealer real quick. You come in my house with an extra 20 keys. I ain't asked for that shit. You brought it. Okay. I'll take your deal. Sure. Get out my house. Y'all are all over the news. You killing my vibe. I'm excited about the new clean coke that I got that ain't been stepped on yet. I'm about to be on my Franklin Saint type of shit. You not staying here. And you got to go clean your dirty ass money. Don't let no dogs get around you though, because they're going to smell that coke. No, Jason, I am not letting them stay in my house. So you letting them chill at your crib until everything die down after killing 7 cops?
Not at all. Like
Right.
you would have to kill me if you wanted to stay here. But like I don't know. It was strange how like they wanted to keep moving so much. Like you doing too much moving around for these many people. Like if you stay in like one spot where you kind of know where you're at, etc. Like going to Manhattan, especially like with all them rich folk around, you really think you're gonna be safe there? Like
that's what I told Jason. I was like, they should have went to a hotel and just stay there for the night and not move around. But they're moving around with all these keys, all this cash. Like,
mad cameras running red lights and all that. Like, come on now. Mad reckless.
Yeah, I don't know what they was doing.
Man, I mean, I don't. How much more further you think they would have gotten had they got caught on their camera?
I think they would have been able to escape.
Yeah,
I think they would have been able to go sell that coat, get the cleaner, get those passports and everything, and was able to go to be in Miami by the next day.
Maybe I guess it all depends on if shorty that they raided the crib at from the car, from the plates.
Yeah.
If she were to have told or not, if they didn't have those pictures, maybe she wouldn't have told, maybe she would have. It would have depended on her giving up information or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't they find her based off of the
license plates? Yeah.
The license plate of the car that the car met. So remember, when they went into the alley, they said check every car within 90 minutes from when they went into the alley and when they left.
Yeah.
So then they ran the tags of
Bush.
Bush. They
ran
the tags of Bush, and then they went to where she was. And she laid up with her boo, sleep. And then they kind of and the police was just on some whole shit that night. They were just beating niggas up. When police start when
you kill 7 cops,
when stuff like that happens, I hate being in the same place of stuff like that. And it's because it's scary because you can't really. It's like, no, I gotta stay in the house. Police roaming the streets, they moving, so they beating up the man. He ain't did shit. He getting punched all in his face, all in his back. So then they talking to her, and she slapped Chadwick. And Chadwick was a patient man. I ain't saying I would have did nothing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But she, they having a conversation. You like, tell me something I don't know. And they having this nice, conversation. But of course, I guess Burns, she played a decent role in this when she was like, so who is Becky with the good hair? You know, he kind of told him it's one of his. He got a little skeezer over there at the Pan Am, and clearly he loved this bro because he just hanging out the same exact club. Like, why are you in the same spot?
Went right to her. He said, "Baby, we gotta go." On some Bonnie and Clyde shit. Like, yo, man, you good?
Man, after a situation like that, if I'm him, I'm not going back out because this is crazy. But I'm assuming he didn't know how serious.
But he had to celebrate, man. They just paid his dad. He clear, he good, he can gamble
again.
Oh
shit, I forgot about that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. They had cleared his debt, bought his car up off of him.
It's time to celebrate with his boo.
Toriano, that's the MF's name. Hold on, let me move this out the way. So, they make it, well, of course they set up cameras around the lounge to see if Toriano is going to pop up at the actual place. This is when we find out their names, which we find out Raymond and Michael were in the military. Now, of course, Raymond, he got a rap sheet long as a month. I wonder why he didn't get discharged. Like, I wonder if because he clearly he had a rap sheet before going in. So, like, I wonder what changed or what was different for him. Maybe it was the death of his homeboy, Arvell, Michael's brother.
You saw why he didn't get discharged. Would you discharge somebody with the talents that he had?
Yes!
Look, that's a soldier right there. Look,
that's American Sniper right there.
I was just gonna say, it's not the American Sniper.
Nah, he was on his John Wick shit. Like, look, he need to fight for my side.
He was. Jay said, "I would let him go. We gotta keep him."
Right.
So it's 3:03. The gentlemen make it out to Addie's place. And this is where Raymond is kind of he like bugging out at this point. So we were like 3 hours since the killing of the cops. They roll up to Addie's place. Si, are you trusting this gentleman that can supposedly clean your money?
I mean, what choice do you have at that point? You don't really have a say in what's going on. You got $1 million of dirty money that can be found by dogs and all kinds of stuff. So you kind of got to go with the flow at that point. Ad-libbing everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we kind of this is what I like, that little kind of what you just said, Jay. They should have had a plan. They should have a plan I in this situation. Mike kind of said, there's no plan B I can see. I like that little setup when he said that. No
Yeah.
B, no C's. It was just like they were just at this point moving off a whim. I do feel like they waste a lot of time here, like doing all this standoffish shit, which I understand it, but a lot of this time could have been put toward them actually making it out or trying to get away. And
that's where they wanted to chill though.
And I would have been left Addie ass. Like, I would have been dipped on him. They started shooting. Man, I'm not finna date. Because them shooting back didn't stop or prevent or do anything. They didn't, it wasn't like they just came into the door. Like, I would have been, if anything, would have been shooting ass or to let somebody get the rest of the money. And then I would have dipped.
So you wanted to chill at the drug dealer spot, but you wouldn't chill at this bougie white man spot?
Because at this point, we got the money. I don't need to chill anymore. I'm chilling there because it was like I had the drugs and I need to get the money. Now that I got the money, I can kind of move around. And if he was going to help, but at this point, he can't help because he got killed in the midst of trying to clean the money up. So,
nah, they killed him off screen. Like, they put a bullet in my man's head because he was alive when they left. He had just got shot in the eye. And then when we come back, he had a bullet in the head. I said,
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? You can hear it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Oh.
You can hear it when he gets shot. But I also want to shout out because I missed it the first time. But that little coin that did you notice what that was? No, it wasn't
No.
a dime. It was a sobriety coin. He had been
Oh yeah.
sober for 2 years, and because it fucked his nerves up so bad, he took a drink.
Oh.
That's what that was.
Mm.
And he probably knew he was gonna catch a bullet.
Yeah.
Did Chadwick shoot him?
No, he was dead before
Yeah, he
Chadwick
did.
got there.
Oh,
No, not the cleaner. I'm talking about
Ray
in the
Ray.
hallway.
Yeah, the Ray.
Yeah.
I know he killed him, but he already had a bullet wound in his stomach.
He did, yeah.
Now he shot him because he shot that innocent civilian, so he had to shoot him down to make him stop.
Yeah, but no, he
had got shot before they split up.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, split up because
that's why he wanted to split up. Which I wanted to shout that out because they said that it was a tweet that was like, of course, in every movie you gotta have that one guy that gets shot halfway through the movie. They gotta fight back all the zombies as they're about to die to save you. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. And they just have blood start to spatter.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like you need those people because if you try to survive with the people that's fully healthy, you're slowing us down to where we both could die. So just go down that hallway, let them follow you so then I can get away. The sacrifice.
Fact.
This is true.
Y'all didn't think I know this is going back, but back to where Toriano got shot right in the head at that club.
We didn't even get there yet, so you can go ahead.
We did? Oh, I thought we were talking back there. All right, go ahead.
Technically that's where we at. So they find out that Toriano had just pulled up to the club. He kicking it, he having a nice little time. Two cops pull up, two cops from early in the movie, and they just shoot him in the head. There was no freeze. What you doing? What's going on? Pop, just shot him. Dome shot.
And it's crazy because this club was full. So, all right, I get that you was trying to kill this guy. I get it. But like that bullet could have went through his head and shot somebody else that had nothing to do with the situation. They didn't think about everybody else.
On some Jim
They didn't care. They're cops.
Like they was like really shitty. You're sitting in the crime scene. Now you over here making another crime scene, which could have had two bodies instead of just one. It just seemed very irresponsible of them.
They knew what they were doing, though. I think they yelled out, put it down before they shot him, right? To try to make it seem like he was pulling something on them.
Yeah. And I like when Chadwick. Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Jason. They did that at Malcolm X, too. Get your hand out my pocket.
Yeah. They love it. Was kind of it. This movie was very conflicting because they wanted you to feel for the cops to a certain extent, but the cops was dirty the entire time. And then Chadwick pull up with with Burns, and they walk in. They see the blood. She was like, he tried to pull a gun. He was like, a gun? Nigga, what? This little 38? That's the shit you talking about? And then he look at his leg and he see shit after. Well, this is after he knocks him out because dude doing that rah shit. He knocked the cop out, and then he look at his ankle. He was like, "Yeah, like a little 38, some dirt." And then I think this is the first piece of Andre. Like, yeah, nah, they on some fuck shit on this case. Yeah. And then Shorty kept walking away, talking on her phone as well to my baby. Said, "The bitch is 3:00 in the morning, man. Fuck that kid."
Nah, right. But that was the police, no? Like the other people trying to hit her line, like, yo, we got a hit on the car, right? Because Andre had missed a phone call, right? So like my beef with that whole scene is that why didn't Chadwick, when he got back to the car, looked at his phone, saw that he was missing a phone call and didn't connect the dots that's really who was calling Shorty? Instead of like the babysitter, like she dirty now. That should have taken them off.
That part I don't. So I mean within that I don't know. Like I said, because I think with him, I think he, actually what happened when that happened, he heard the mic, the speaker saying shots fired. We are at the cleaner's house, and then that's when they automatically went to the cleaner's house, and that's when he was like, we need to close this area because they just left. So just close this motherfucker, close the area down.
Because he even asked her, he was just like, how did Kelly or that other officer know where the cleaner was?
Yeah.
He was like, how did they know where they were even at? But yeah, sis was wild. Like, your kid is like 4. They should be asleep. Like, I was about to say something crazy.
Say it.
I know she wasn't up watching BET Uncut. Nah, that's
It's not my kid over there, so hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? My kid, possibly. Not that kid, nah. But I think when Chadwick and them pull off, they see them, right? This is when they run into them, leaving out of the cleaner. Was it after leaving out of the cleaner's house?
I know it was a chase because
It
he
was
went
before.
after Ray.
Yep, and then she went after Michael.
And got hit off the side of the head.
Which I didn't like.
Yeah.
My beef with this is Chadwick is next to a fucking forklift. I shoot that propane tank. Fuck, I'm killing everybody at this point. And that would have been my thought process in that.
So
I'm automatic. What?
If you was Chadwick, you would have shot the propane tank.
If I was Michael or Ray, like when Chadwick was running, like his whole duck hide thing, he hiding behind a fucking forklift with a propane tank on the back. I would have shot that bitch up and blew it up.
Was he in the vicinity to where he would have gotten injured as well?
His face was right there.
Chadwick's face would have been blown
Chadwick,
off, but no. Chadwick would have been blown off, but no, Ray he would have been good. Ray would have been good. Okay.
Well, Ray was about that life, but Mike wasn't about that life to kill nobody.
Mike was in another vicinity at this point because he had told them they need to split up. So he was already somewhere else. It was just wherever Ray and Chadwick.
Well, maybe Ray was just sick of killing people that night. Or
he wasn't. He killed 2 more people right after this.
But maybe like, all right. Let me ask.
I'm good. I'm off cop duty now. I'm just knocking off civilians. Fuck it.
No, so maybe let me ask this, like, because maybe Ray didn't shoot black men. It was only like white guys.
He definitely killed the black cop.
Damn, Ray. I got nothing for him now.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He was touching a whole bunch of people. He did. I don't think his gun was racist. I think he was for the equal opportunity.
But hold on. But to be fair, that's the kind of shooter you want. You don't need somebody that's just gonna like. Everybody can get it. You can't have that kind of hesitation out in the field. I'm just saying.
Look, speaking of shooters, I was looking on the internet today, and where did it go? Damn, I lost it. I definitely lost it. But there was a school that lost by 131 points. I was like, they should have had a school. They should have had some kind of a school shooter to come in there and clear up the game.
That's where you just turn off the scoreboard and call the game. You don't need to be there no more.
Jason,
that's crazy.
Like, Jason stopped the pod. Like, let me look for it.
No. Because we talk. Because we gonna crazy. Because we gonna talk about
that line all day.
Because if we're talking about shooters, we needed some shooters over there. Whether it had been on the quarter after
just
court.
Leave it. No. Oh my God.
He's trying to make it work.
He is, and it's making it work.
Jazz, if you lose by 130 points, you're not fighting. If somebody beats you by 130 points, you're not fighting.
But I'm fighting, but
listen, man, like
it ain't gonna be on the court. We're gonna be in court.
Listen,
you gonna jump on the judge too?
Everybody. Oh, you seen
that
video? That man flew. That man flew over that.
I said he showed Lorenz Tate some shit he should have did in Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents. That was a good one.
Bitch, what? The fuck you mean? That ain't it. But all right, I'm sorry. I got on a little tangent because I was just, we worried about
It
these
went
shooters
dark.
and whatnot.
No,
But
stop.
we still. I gotta finish with this shooter we were talking about.
You keep revisiting your jokes.
No, it's no. Okay. Let me. Okay, so let me stop. Let me stop. We're talking about Ray here. We're talking about Ray. What the fuck was these people at the meatpacking district not paying listen, hearing these gunshots? Can they just walking around like it's just Jazz? He walking around like it's just normal.
Look,
nobody evacuated. They over there like
nobody walking around with their hands up, scared or nothing.
Listen,
just chilling.
Where they at?
Can't lose that job
in New York.
Hello. Yes.
They minded their business. They got nothing to do with me.
Y'all be seeing them wild ass New York subway videos, like just minding business. People just like, look, I'm just trying to get to work. I seen a man eating a full-on seafood boil on the subway. Your homeboy was going to town. Yeah, I know.
How many of these videos you seen, Jazz?
Only one. That's all I needed.
I feel like you'd be on like a YouTube compilation of what they be doing on the trains in New York.
No, I don't. I do not.
But like I said, Ray, you got the scene Ray on one side, you got Chadwick on the other side. You got the tension going, and it's like, man, who gonna fire first? I thought Chad was gonna have a conversation with him, but the one guy who for some reason didn't know it was gunfire going on. He got sent to heaven. He got sent to heaven. As he walked in this one room he shouldn't have been walking in. Then of course Chadwick sent him to the upper room as well. Sent R.I.P. Ray. And then he asked him, he didn't ask him, he told him, he was like, he's not like me. Which he kind of pretty much I guess cleared his name, but in a situation with both of y'all together, shit, y'all both going down. There's no if. Yeah, it's wraps for y'all.
You've killed so many people tonight. Like, no, you gotta die.
Like you the way he ain't got to, because I think what's the call would have been okay, but I mean, in that situation, I think Michael should have been cool.
At this point, like even before Ray got shot, did y'all think that they were gonna survive this movie?
Nah. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, I didn't.
I thought Michael might, but not Ray. Ray was wilding out too much. I knew somebody was gonna kill him, especially with the way like the cops were like just shooting. They didn't care about nothing and just killing everybody. Somebody had to die. One of them had to die.
Yeah, I kind of felt like Ray was probably gonna get out of here, but just like you, Jason, I thought Mike was gonna be fine because he technically didn't kill nobody. Like, oh, he might get life in prison and get on parole in like 20 years. Chad would go pick him up like Russell Crowe did. Denzel, American Gangster. Like, two of they besties. That is not what happened in this movie.
I mean, it's kind of the same concept, right? You give me all the dirty cops, and I let you rock. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, to an extent, man. But of course, Burt. I could call him Burt. Burns is chasing Michael. But of course, Michael, he snatches her up. He kind of waits for Dre to pull up on them, and then he's kind of having a conversation. And at this point, it's I'm like, man, she kind of annoying. He should have shot her on mistake. Like, damn, right? I wasn't trying to. I'm just saying she was annoying as fuck. Talking about shoot him, you got the shot, fuck it. Like, how are you so dedicated to the cause? But I wanted this like on what was that movie? Takers, remember Takers? When the cop like he was stealing, that he was like, as long as he died in line, well, he died when he was on the job. If he wasn't found dirty, he would have been cool. Like maybe that was her thought process there, because like, why I don't know. Like how would you have handled this situation, Jazz? If he was burned.
I just had a wild thought because I was just sitting here like, okay, let's just say he shoots you, you die in the line of duty, the money goes to your daughter. who takes her? Because you ain't got no babysitter. And your husband obviously is non-existent. So
do she have a baby?
It was somebody's little girl on her
She's
phone.
just a liar.
She might be. But I never thought of that as to why she was just pushing so hard for him to shoot her or not her care about it. But she was aggravating me too when he was just like, the flash drive, and then he said B105 or whatever, and she just start spazzing out like, stop listening to him. And I'm like, yo, hit this bitch over the head with a gun so y'all can talk. She's being a major distract. Like,
we having a meeting. Shut up.
Like, so she was wilding a lot, but I didn't even think about that. Like, if she were to die in that situation, like her daughter would be good. Because I mean, all the other cops can probably just adopt her.
All the other cops.
Benefits.
Shit, they was going. All their ass was gonna go to jail, and she was gonna lose her benefits once Michael got loose. Which, side, what did you think about Michael doing all this talking that he was doing? Because he kind of told about the codes, and he has the drives and the information that he has that he can give to them. What do you think about this?
I mean, he was copping pleas, right? And I think that was in his nature to not really be so aggressive and try to de-escalate and everything, right? So I think it matched him and his character, and especially with him not even like shooting the cop or whatever and everything, and being able to talk and knowing he has leverage too now with that he has the drives and everything. It made sense.
It did. I like how he kind of pulled her. I don't know if he knew where he was at in the room, which I feel like he kind of smart. So I think he does know. So he kind of held her till he got into a different side of the room and kind of locked it up. And then she still, why you didn't take the shot, bitch? Ain't you alive? What difference do it make? He ain't moving too more. He ain't moving too much longer.
Would you have shot her, Jason?
Hell yeah. Because she was annoying anyway. I would pop, get up out of here. My reason, I thought it was gonna go through clean. I thought it was gonna hit him too, knock y'all both off y'all feet.
So, if you shot her and the bullets didn't go through her, would you have let Mike go?
No. I said I would have still pursued him. I wouldn't have been shooting because you know what I'm saying, but yeah. But I mean, he told them like if it's not a cause, I'm not shooting. So stop acting like that's who I am. That's not who I am. These situations do not define me. But now he gets away, and this is when Dre like, hey, lock it up for seven blocks because he can't go too much further than where we are. So pretty much, we know they getting ready, to close in. Michael, he sneaks into a hotel. He sneaks into a hotel, and he kind of follows a guy, and he has a drive, and he finds out what's on the drive. So what do you think about this scene in the hotel?
It made sense. Andre's smart, knows he needs some kind of resource to figure out what's on drive, to know what kind of leverage he actually has, and everything. So yeah, and people in them kind of hotels ain't really, looking over their shoulder, doing none of that. So easy targets in there, being able to get into a room. Dude was probably drunk already, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah.
And he honestly could have stayed in that hotel room that night and kept dude tied up and waited till everything died down. Like,
because
dude, give me your money. It just seemed like so many opportunities to where he could have just laid low.
Exactly, because they only caught up to him because dude that he didn't want to kill in the hotel room started screaming and shit.
Look, Ray would have killed that man.
Oh yeah.
And everything would have been fine. Like I'm like, all right. But I mean, I get it, like the kind of character who he was, but like Mike, there was chances that you didn't have to. You could have did it a different way. But he sees, like when he pulls up the drive and everything, that he sees that there are it's police badges. So now he's seeing like, oh, all these cops is dirty. We hit their stash. And so now he's just like, okay, so now I got some dirt on him. But it's just like, I feel like he knew at this moment, the chances of me surviving this is non-existent. Like, I don't think he knew he was going to survive. Because he easily could have probably sent all of that information online instead of just having the flash drive. Because the flash drive could have broken while he was doing all his mini chases and having fucking choppers like shooting at him. I'm like, was there anybody else around? Y'all could have shot somebody out walking their dog. Like, that whole chase scene was crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of implemented a type of martial law in a way where they shut everything down, had the signs going crazy, talking about Manhattan is closed, blah, 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 bridges, trains, all that shit. But people were still out and working. Like, like they had no respect for like the civilians anywhere.
Do you imagine like that being your birthday weekend and you on a party bus and you see somebody running across and like choppers are shooting at them? Damn.
I mean, it's just like, honestly, real life is kind of crazy now. I saw a video the other day of this guy walking down the street with a chainsaw in like Omaha, just like on just in the middle of the night. And I guess he like held somebody hostage in one of the hotel rooms. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of stuff going on out there in the streets.
That wasn't in Florida though, right?
I was going to say them Florida vibes.
It was Omaha.
Florida would have like machetes.
Yeah.
That's the UK, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
You ain't seen that? The video of them with machetes out there fighting in the UK.
No.
That's not funny. But they gun laws are very strict. So they walking around with knives on them at all times.
Can you imagine that over here? Like if they took the guns and they just had like everybody had machetes and like swords and shit.
There was
I wouldn't be
there was this killing that happened like down the block from my old spot. This dude, he had kidnapped his girl, and I guess like, well, it was his ex, right? And he wanted to, get rid of her and all that shit because she cheated on him, etc. He chopped off her head with a machete, and like it was rolling around on the on the street when they picked him up on a crossway into like a Walmart or something like that. People are crazy out here.
It's kind of wild, brother.
Scary times. But back to this fake situation in this movie.
Definitely. What what y'all stop it?
We are talking about when Mike was pretty much running down the subway.
The hotel.
Yeah, he had left the hotel. I had asked Sai, would he have that like Mike could have just stayed in that hotel that night. Like he had the dude tied up. He could have just stayed there till things died down. So that was another opportunity where he could have just laid low.
He?
Yeah.
Because the police had just walked in. And they was going to start checking the floors.
Man, they were check all the floors.
You don't think so?
No, they walked in when they had called down and said that there was somebody screaming and all that. No?
No, so actually they came in. She got the call about the scream.
Oh, and then she got the call. You're right. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if you had stayed in the room with the dude, I think they would have checked Jazz. They had killed too many people for them not to go through or take their due diligence to check everything. I think they would have been checking every crevice for these people.
He did spend some time in there though, because like
I did, bro.
My man went up there and he started shaving. He got a shape up.
Took man's glasses. I didn't even understand that. I didn't like his disguise. Did he think he was Clark Kent versus like Superman? I'm like,
Yeah.
your picture is everywhere. You ain't got no hat on. Like, this was a terrible decision.
Yeah.
Mike just,
It'll look nice in his open casket, but
right.
Jesus.
They gonna get his
Mike.
body. Well, we ain't gotta do nothing with him.
Don't do my man's like that. Don't do my man's like that.
He shouldn't have did himself like that. Maybe that's why he did it though.
Why?
To make sure he looked good for his open casket.
I mean, he did look good. He got popped in the chest. He didn't take no headshots and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Burns. I guess.
Burns. If she would have died inside that room, we would have to worry about her popping the boy at the end. It would have been just him walking into the. They would have killed him they would have killed him in the lockup. They would have did him like Kofi on
Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. They would have got him up out of here. But 4:37 a.m. Everybody now are at the cleaner's house. Like you said, Jazz, man, Adi got popped. And then this is when he kind of figure out, like, how did y'all know to even come here? Like, what made y'all come to this place? Like I said, the police was moving. They was messy as hell because they were just showing up in places that wasn't, like I said, wasn't discussed, wasn't talked about or anything. Because Kelly and them, they just showed up at the place, but of course we know why. This is one of the cleaner places that they used. But then not Michael, but Dre, remember the conversation I had with Mike. He said we was up in the place where dude cleaned money, and they just started shooting. There was no entry, there was no conversation about police, there was none of that. They just started shooting. Let me see. And the other thing in this, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just gonna piggyback off of that because he was just like, they were there for more than just us. They was there to clean some stuff up. And so Andre is just like paying attention to all of this to where that's why he starts saying, he's like, I want him alive. Don't kill him. He was telling everybody, I want him alive. But every cop was shooting at him.
We're trying to run him over with the car.
Oh, well, that was Burns trying to run him over. Like, sis was going. She probably was driving, was like, 50 points. She didn't get those points.
That bitch was saying 50 racks. He wasn't looking for no points. She looking for the money with her broke ass.
They were gonna give her a bonus from that dirty police fund.
Double tap.
I'm like, how you know Burns was broke?
Shit.
She had no babysitter.
Yeah, trying to afford that baby, single mama, out 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, no. Oh, but yeah, I like this chase scene too. Them two chasing each other. Like I said, there's another reason. I'm telling you, I think this should be the next T'Challa. This little running. They jetting down the street. Chad trying to keep me basically protecting him and trying to catch him at the same exact time. He was like, bro, stop. Like, he pushing him out the way of bullets. He done jumped in the way of him trying to get hit by the car. All the police coming through. And they make it to the train station. How do you think about this train scene, so when they get to the train station?
It was good. They felt like they made it feel like Andre and Michael had like a rapport almost. Like they trusted each other. Like, all right, you're not gonna shoot me. I'm not gonna shoot you. Let's get in here, not deal with these cops that are shooting at both of us at this point, and have a little chat.
Yeah, Jazz. What did you think in this? Did you think that Michael trusted Andre at this point?
Yeah, I mean, like he said,
prior to him giving the gun, of course.
I mean, I think it's just like when it got to the point of he has been talking to him, trying to speak with him the entire night, while every other cop has been shooting at him or trying to kill him, which you should expect that. You killed, I mean, they don't know how many you killed that night, but they thinking you killed like some of their guys. And so they're not taking you to arrest you. They're trying to get you out of here. but he saw something different with Chadwick's character. And he just realized, like, we just stumbled across some shit we shouldn't have even stumbled across. It's some dirtier shit involved in all of this. And he was just like, the cops got something to do with it. And he was right. Because he saw that document that had their sheriff badges or their police badges in there. So.
Yeah, he kind of told him. Did he tell him it was A5?
I think so.
But when she, of course, he get the gun, and then Burke shoot. What did you think about that scene, Jazz?
I was so hurt when I seen that shit in theaters. I thought he was safe. Cause I ain't see that bitch behind him. I didn't even see her get on the train. I said, all right, he gonna have his day in court. Okay, cool. Shot that man in the chest. I was like, I need her to die. Like right now. That was why they let her do it. But I was like, damn. It hurt. My feelings was hurt. But then like when he gave Chadwick the flash drive, I said, okay, justice will be served.
He just walking into my stash. They been walking around and getting like his pocket.
Yeah, when I was rewatching it, I didn't even notice that she was back there. I was like, "Who the fuck shot him?"
Yeah,
I was fucking in shock. I was like, "All right."
As he hands her the gun, she creeping up behind him and make that one shot. It's like, bro, he was gonna shoot you, bitch. I got the gun. How is he gonna shoot me?
That was a good decision on like the director's part. I feel that they had her coming from behind Chadwick instead of behind Michael, because I feel like if she would have tried to justify it from like the other direction, it wouldn't have gone that well. But since it was like her vantage point was behind Andre, it made it more justifiable. Like, yeah, I thought he was gonna shoot you. They've been killing everybody, blah blah blah. So that was a good decision, I feel.
She would have been in IA the next day. She would have been in IA because I would have been like, the gun was gone. It was in my hand. She shot because the only way she could, because how could she have, because as close as they was, how did she even shoot him in between there without shooting Dre?
That was like some wanted. She bent that book.
Right.
No fucking aim. That was some Angelina Jolie type shit. Yeah. James McAvoy type.
Jason, let's be real. There's been real cases where cops say it was a gun and it wasn't a gun. No gun was around at all.
I don't care about the gun, Jazz. I said, how did she shoot him without shooting Andre? Yeah. That's my only question.
She bent that bullet. I thought we already discussed. We agreed on that. She bent the bullet. Like we just didn't see her bend the bullet.
Especially because she was like behind the door still, right? When like she
shot through the glass.
Through the glass.
Look, you would have thought Mike messed up her marriage. You would have thought Mike messed up her marriage. How she was trying to kill that man.
Hey, Jazz, with money or marriage, which one you want? Which one you want? Which one you want? You messing up my duckies, my boy. You gotta go. Exactly.
Yes. All right. I answer without answering. I feel you.
So they pretty much, she kind of, when you look at her, like I said, initially it was like, man, I don't know what feeling, but now that I look at it, it was like a sigh of relief that was lifted, like it was a weight was off her shoulders once she seen he was dead. They go back to the train station, they all huddled up. Congratulations, you did a good thing. You finally got that motherfucker. They having a powwow, but Dre kind of fucked up behind it. And it's like, because it didn't have to go that way. And he finna make a phone call, and he was like, "No, fuck that. Let me see something. Let me use your phone, bitch. You been on your phone all night. Who you been talking to?" You see, she get the call from the lady. Whatever she was, whoever the fuck she was, I don't know. But she was the person behind the board. She was Rufus, I think. Is that his name, Rufus? On Kim Possible? Is that his name?
I think
Wade.
So, yeah.
It's Wade. It's Wade. The man in the
Rufus
chair.
is the naked mole rat.
Rufus is the road rat. Wade is the one in the.
Yeah, in the chair. Yeah.
She was the woman in the chair. You see that phone call, but you see that he would then right after that she called Kelly. And that's how Kelly found out where they was at, and spotted them. He was just like, man, this bitch. And he told him, go hug your daughter. Go hug your daughter now, cause this it. By daylight, it's a wrap for all you bitches.
You think that's why he said that?
That's exactly why he said that.
I didn't think of that, but that's a good point.
I didn't either.
That's a good point.
Go hug your daughter, cause shit. After that, because Jazz, what was the next immediate thing that Andre did?
I mean, he went home, took him a shower.
No, he did.
Got him a nap.
No, he did.
And then he went to the captain's house.
Not his captain.
Somebody captain, but he went to go take a nap and take a shower first because he'd been running around all night. So he said, I got to make sure I'm smelling good, feeling good for this arresting.
That man had the same clothes on he had been running all night in.
Man, he didn't go over there to arrest nobody. He knew what it was when he got there.
He knew.
So you don't think like if the captain would have just gave up, I think he probably was expecting, like, I don't think he went over there like, I'm gonna have to kill him.
I don't think so. With him, you think he went to shoot? He asks questions, then he shoots. So that I don't think that was even his. I don't think that's even him. So I'm with you, Jay. I don't think he went to do that, but he went to go close his case.
Nah, he went over to kill everybody, man. Because, like, think about it, right? If he has all the evidence and he knows that, like, it's over for them, I got evidence, everything here is laid out, you're going to jail. I don't need to, like, go see you. I don't need to handcuff you. I can go to the station. We can, do the due processes, right? If he actually believed that, he wouldn't have gone over there. Because there was another way to do it, right? He could have gone over there with the squad, whatever, gotten APBs out on them, like, etc., right? But he knows that they're dirty. He knows, like the captain said, nobody's gonna testify against me. Nobody's gonna say shit. Like, it's gonna be over. Wow. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me, etc. You may as well take a cut. So he knew that they were gonna act the way that they acted and try to get him, and he was going to have to defend himself, and that's the only way that he was going to be able to get justice in any kind of way and clean up the department.
What was he putting all these damn bullets, these clips that he had? Because he was fighting 2 assault rifles that night, and then he was just like
Let's be honest, like, the plot armor was thick.
Was it though? He wasn't really in a lot of shootouts. Think about it. He wasn't really in a lot of shootouts.
Yeah.
Except that last one.
That last one was so on some Angelina Jolie, some Jet Li type action. How you 4 against 1 and you don't get hit once? Like, all right, John Wick.
So I was gonna say, like, is this T'Challa Wick? Like
T'Challa Wick. But
he didn't get 1 bullet, and all the rest of them just perished. Just like, all right, everybody else got bad aim now.
He ain't got no vest on either.
Nothing.
He straight smoked them fools. He straight. But Jay Jonah Jameson, he was talking this shit. He was talking that shit to him. He was like, anyone who says money can't buy you happiness, it's a fucking lie. Shit. And then, like you said, nobody can say, like you said, nobody basically told him, nobody gonna take the stand against him. Like, and then in that scene, you can kind of hear the cars pulling up and them getting out the car. It was like, so he kind of listening for how many people it is. He was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. He smoked that black dude though. We smoked out him. He smoked out their ass real quick.
Why he had to do the brother like that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. They highlighted that kill. They said, "Ooh."
He did. I mean, technically, he did everybody. Like, he gave everybody a double tap. Everybody got double taps.
But my man's got it in the forehead, crazy.
He can't even have an open casket now. Like, damn,
He,
Andre, that's crazy.
he needed that bullet because he shot the other dude in the head. So it was just a favor for a favor at that point.
I was hoping he would shoot Burns though.
Hey, that's true.
My
I
mind said
wanted her to
they
die.
shot each other. My mind said they shot each other. But when I rewatch, I'm like, he just told her put the gun down, and if you shoot me, you going to jail for life.
I mean, it could definitely look like self-defense, especially with all the information that they have on them. They have a motive to want to kill him.
Yeah.
And so with them coming in aggressive, they were shooting from outside in the house. So, I mean, the right lawyer and evidence you got, you could definitely get off. He could have shot her 2 times and it would have been all right.
I definitely want to kill her to die. I ain't like Kelly. I was glad when he got popped. He was the one that was outside when he was shooting.
He only got shot. He only lost his 2 fingers though.
I got shot in the head. T'Challa shot him in the head. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, he was at He was at the.
Yeah.
Oh, he was at the house. Okay,
he was outside trying to shoot with 2 fingers. So, get your ass. Take your ass home.
That's all he had.
But
yeah, I like that they ended the movie how they kind of started it, in the sense of like, oh, you're a killer, you know, you got what, 8 killings in 9 years or whatever that they put on Andre, and now he just wiped out all these cops now. Shit, he might have not been able to.
He got like 13 now. 5 in one night because he killed 4 cops and then the one guy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go back to the office after that?
You don't. Do you even be a cop anymore? Me and my mom got to move. We done with this life.
Yeah.
Like, and they would have to respect me. Pay me what I'm worth, and I'm done. I shut down. I stopped 2 cop killers. They killed 7 cops. I stopped them. I killed 4 cops. I put 4 more cops on y'all list. Lord have mercy. Because they
they definitely hiring.
Are you signing up after that, Jazz?
Who signed up at bruh?
Exactly. Ain't no way in hell I'm signing up after all these killings that just went on.
I mean, they're not gonna put that in the brochure when they're hiring. They're gonna say, do you love your city? Do you want to keep it safe? Apply now.
They're gonna have to hire from out of state. You can't hire nobody local.
Right.
I'm looking on the news. How many cops have been killed in the last what?
They're gonna say, look, stop thinking about the past. You can make a difference. You can prevent forest fires.
Then I can die. and I could be the one that die, but
no, just be like, we take care of our own. Try to say you on the family
thing. But that was the end of 21 Bridges. And of course, the one question that everybody wants to know. Was it good though? I'm gonna start with you, Si. Was it good though?
After watching it a couple times this week in preparation for the pod, it was good. It was good, especially like now hearing like you and like your side of like how you viewed it, especially too with like little things and like little nuances that I didn't see. It makes it even better, right? So I thought it was good. It's obviously not, Chadwick Boseman's best movie, but
what is his best movie?
Good. His best movie? I mean, it depends, right? On
no, it don't.
What category? What
category
you prefer, right?
Yeah.
Don't let Jason bully you. Like, fight back.
Nah, back. Man, what's the motherfucker? What's the motherfucking procedure?
Yeah, that's motherfucker.
This did give me a little bit of set it off vibes a little bit.
Set it off vibes?
Just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I think I like what's that movie called? Is it called Mercy? Or is that with no, that one's with Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
But
him and Jamie Foxx.
Chadwick has one too. That's kind of like that,
the
where he's like
Thurgood
a
Marshall.
lawyer. Yeah, that one. I like that joint.
I haven't seen that. I heard it's good though. I mean,
I like it.
Chad had a nice little catalog.
For sure.
Jazz, was it good though?
Absolutely. I definitely enjoyed this film. Great movie theater experience. Sai, did you see this in theaters?
Nah, nah, it didn't have that kind of appeal for me.
Damn.
It didn't for me neither. I think Jazz is the reason I ended up watching it, but I did watch it at the house.
I
I
saw
had seen it at the crib, but not in theaters.
Okay. Yeah, it was like in theaters, it was fire. For sure.
Yeah.
I hated my seats weren't that good. I was kind of looking up. Like,
dang, it was so bad like that.
Movie was packed?
Yeah, like
wow.
in Raleigh, for sure.
It was like it was 2019, so it was before the pandemic as well. So
yep. It was that summer. So
okay.
But Jason, was it good though?
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I've been on my heist movie here lately. So a lot of that it fit in line with that.
What are you talking about? You was just watching Saltburn like a week ago. That has nothing to do with heist.
Jazz, you didn't know I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, so you don't know what the fuck I be watching over here, man.
Saltburn was for work. He been on the heist shit on his own.
No, Saltburn.
We didn't even talk about Saltburn.
We didn't.
She the
reason I watched it, and I really
you trying to save him, like. No.
But since we
watched that movie twice.
Just for his pleasure.
I watched it 3 times.
He gonna buy that man's bathwater candle.
Yeah, sigh. This is not even on the review list, so this man has seen it 3 times. The movie is not short. This movie's like over 2 hours. Yo, Jason,
2 hours, and they were talking about the pacing's not good. The pacing was amazing. It was good for me because it was just like, okay, I like it. I like, as far as because it keeps escalating every 15 minutes. It escalates. Your man pulled up to that man his mama's house. I would have beat that bitch ass, and he would have to stay there. He wouldn't have came back out with me. Ain't no birthday party. It's my party now. So since we here, this is just a question for you, brother. What was your favorite movies of last year?
Of last year?
No, on the spot. I know.
Yeah, because now I don't know what happened. Oh wait, last year just got wrapped up. I forgot. It's a new year.
Yeah, Spider-Man was out. Just throwing some shit out there. Oppenheimer dropped. Barbie.
What did I go see?
Scream.
Cabin in the Woods. Or no, the Knock at the Woods.
Knock at the Cabin, actually.
Knock some
shit. Scream came out last year?
It did.
I like that. Maybe not my favorite, but I can't really remember right now what my favorite would be, but that was a really good quality movie. I enjoyed that a lot.
You typically a list type of person. You normally keep shit penciled down, I feel like.
I am, but I feel like last year I didn't go to the movies too much.
Yeah, because you was out the motherfucking country.
Yeah, I was out and about quite a bit.
That man was out. This nigga was out. So other question I know you should have been prepared for. Let's see. What do you think is the most overrated movie of all time?
All time is a loaded question, right? But I think because I thought about this almost all day today, and I think Twilight, just because it doesn't hold up at all. Like the rewatch value from like what the hype was and like the cult following it had and how crazy people were going at that time and everything over it, it definitely ain't like quality cinema,
I'm not mad at that. Jazz, what you got?
Ooh, I didn't know it was of all time. But since we're here,
Damn, what time you want to go to?
Like 5 years. Last year, I had mine. But no, I'm gonna choose violence. I'm gonna say Captain America: Winter Soldier. That's a joke. That's a joke. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Just wanted to give a few people get pissed off a little bit. So I'm not gonna lie, when you asked this, I was thinking of 2023. So I thought of 2023, not of all time. So I'll just give you the 2023 one. The movie that dropped last year, The Killer. I feel like it was very overhyped. Like it was straight. It was straight,
nah.
but like it was kind of overhyped to me.
Nah, that shit
It's
trash.
on Netflix.
That
I mean,
shit
it wasn't trash,
that
but
shit
it was
trash.
like
That shit trash. That shit trash. It's okay.
But-
You can say it. That shit trash. They ain't even overrated. That shit's trash.
I didn't even hear about that shit, so I'm probably on with you. It's trash.
It got Magneto. It's a hit, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's really good. But I was like, y'all kind of hyped that shit.
That felt like a COVID movie because like there's only like 3 people in the whole movie.
Right.
Like, nah, they could have kept that.
I feel like it's hard for movies to get hype anymore, though. Like for example, Oppenheimer and Barbie had like top tier hype, but like other movies, like you don't even hear about movies being out that much anymore. Like it's not like how it used to be.
The strike went on, so a lot of that went into that. So Barbie and Oppenheimer, the only reason the hype was there is because both of them movies, for some reason, they blockbusters that came out at the same exact time. But outside of that, leading up to that, I think what was that? Like Guardians or Spider-Man? I feel like
Fast X was like the last Mario.
Fast X was like the last big movie that got
the Flash
that promoted.
Fast X didn't have that much hype though. Mario did because it's Mario, and any Marvel movie is gonna have hype behind it because it has a following. But like niche movies, like movies that are on theater, like right now, I went to see The Boys in the Boat. Right, it's a great movie about rowing crew for the Olympics.
Yeah, I seen the trailer to that.
Why would you go see that? Was it good?
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Boys in a Boat.
See, I was gonna go. Yeah, so like that's a good movie. Oh, I guess you guys are right though. The Color Purple is getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, that was good.
So I haven't had time to go check it out yet.
I think it just like depends. It just ain't your vibe, Jason.
It's a true story movie, so like I like true stories and sports and etc. Right, so it's one of.
Okay, so did you see Killers of the Flying Moon? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time. I was working a lot.
Yeah, it's like that's 4 hours of your life. So you can save it. You can save it. It's fine.
Just treat that shit like an episode of Loki, like 45 minutes each day. You'll be done in like 3 days.
Is it not good? Why would I want to stop watching? It doesn't keep your attention?
No, I enjoyed it. It made me. It's long as shit, but like it made me want to like read the book.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a decent movie. It wasn't in my top, but it was a decent movie from last year.
That shit killed my vibes for like 3 days.
It definitely did. That type it's that type of shit. It's one of them. You should watch Blue Eye. You should watch Blue Eye Samurai. So
I'll tell you, bro. I've been off movies for a minute.
I get it. But for me, how to blow up a pipeline. I'm definitely adding it because you bitches is hyping that movie all year, and that wasn't the hype. And that the movie didn't deserve that hype. Damn, I just had 2 or 3 different movies I was gonna go the fuck in real quick. Oh, Captain America: Civil War. Don't deserve that hype. That's 3.
Oh, you hating? That movie was good.
That's 2.
That's probably one of the best ones out
That
of the
movie was
Captain
like
America
really good.
Nah, I don't.
It's number
I don't
2.
know.
and I hate Captain America. Like his whole
Yeah,
like
man, that's an
sequel.
event. That's an Avengers movie, bro. They should have been
Okay.
They should have been Avengers 3 or something.
But it's not.
No.
It's Captain America 3.
It should have been.
No.
That movie was good.
Number 3, my last one. I always say it. I'm gonna always take whatever energy I
Because some
have
hate.
all the time to make sure I let people know it's
Queen
trash.
Slim.
Coming to America. Nope, I'm not even gonna talk about that.
Oh, you
Coming
hate
to America.
Coming to America was a good movie.
To somebody, not I.
All right.
All right, so Lincoln. Well, Jad, did you have people's thoughts?
Man, hell no.
Got you. Cool.
But I dropped them kind of late.
Got you. So Link of Thrones, that section where we put you on to a project or a project movie that one of the actors in this movie was in that you would like people to go see. I'm gonna start with you, Jazz, and I'm gonna come to you after this. Jazz, who you got?
I'm going to go, and this was hard because I was just like, it's so many options. I'm going to go with my dude over here. I'm gonna go with J.K. Simmons, who was the captain. He was in HBO's Oz, and his name was Schillinger. For anybody who has seen Oz, it's one of my favorite HBO shows. Don't ask me why. You could probably just tell and see why. But yes, so.
Okay. Si, I'm gonna go with you next.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same actor, J.K. Simmons. Whiplash. That's one of my favorite movies from him. He be
was late,
movies,
and
man.
he tried to take my. You got to choose somebody else. Si. We can't have the same
Hey, man.
Thrones.
This is your fault. I wanted to go first because of this. I was like, I know she's gonna take it. I know it. You had another option. You said you had another option. I don't have another option on my list. But yeah.
I don't think there's.
I mean, Chadwick Boseman, that movie that we mentioned earlier, Thurgood Marshall. That's a good watch.
Okay, I like them. I'm not mad at that. Hold on, let me see what the actual name of that is.
So I really trying to be like, I got the same person. Like, yeah.
Marshall is the name of the movie.
Marshall, yeah.
It's rated pretty high. He probably got the highest rating on IMDb because his movies was that shit, bro. I'm going with Taylor Kish. This was Ray. He was David Koresh in the Waco documentary. I don't know if y'all seen. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Yeah,
that shit. Not the documentary, but the show. The show.
Yeah.
The series. That was the series. Yeah. Like 6. It was on Netflix, like 6 parts.
It was kind of like Dahmer. Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Just so you have man, it's I'm kind of conflicted on what they should have did, but yeah, it's kind of fucked up. So I'm just gonna leave that alone.
You sure?
They burnt up everybody.
Oh yeah. Hey man.
The kids, the women, and then him. He was one person. All the men was gone.
Because that was when they was in the desert, right? And they had their own community.
That was in Texas. He had his own community of women that he was with. Yeah.
It's such a wild concept. And the fact that it actually happens is like
exactly
wild.
Exactly. I was like, bro. Yeah. When you make a show like that or a movie where they kind of have a conflicted relationship, I enjoy that. But I think that's all that we have within this side. Did you have anything or something that you want to shout out or you want people to know about yourself there, brother?
No, not at all. Just shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all inviting me on the show. I'm sorry I was late. Next time we'll get it together better, But again, I appreciate y'all a lot for having me on here, especially because, I like supporting you guys and everything. I never thought I would be on here, so I like that.
We're gonna make it. And I like this is real clear. This is real clear. The clarity, you sound real good. We gotta bring you back, man. We gotta bring you back. I might even
I'll
let
do
you pick
better
the
next
movie.
time.
Yeah. You all good. Like I said, we try to make sure we're on the same page when it comes to different things, but shit happens. We human. I told Jess that we you pretty much came in. You was here for damn near the whole thing. Damn near. Damn near. Damn near.
Pretty sure we recorded what we would do if you jumped in. We were just like, just keep the conversation going. And as soon as you get connected, be like, oh, what's up? So
yeah. Jazz, did you have anything for the people that you want to say before it close out?
I'm not gonna tell you what I thought you said. Actually, I will tell you. I thought you said, do you have anything to tell the people why your toes are out? And I'm like, my nigga, how you know my toes is out? That's kind of wild to say that.
I'm not
But you
mentioning
said
feet.
close us out. So I was just
Yes.
like, oh, okay. I had a toe conversation earlier and it was just like sticking there. My bad. But Sai, thank you so much for joining us. Definitely appreciate you coming on. Shout out to everybody that supports, listens, and watches. It's a new year, new vibes, new energy. So yeah, appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this was episode 83, 21 Bridges, featuring our guy Sai. Until next time. Deuces.
Cheers.
It
definitely sounded like you said toes out. And I was like, why would you say that? Man. How long we been doing this?
Man, you running into 2 years at this point.
We are. Never had a no call, no show. That's wild. Damn. Never. We did. All right. But listen, we've had a few no call, no shows, but damn, I ain't think, maybe like not Sai guy. Just left us hanging.
God damn it, Sai. So if he pops up, he pops up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But what's good?
What's happening?
Yo, Sai, my guy.
Yo,
Sai, my guy.
I thought it was 8 p.m. my time. My bad.
Where you live?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. So he's on my time, which I thought I said that.
I'm pretty sure like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 7. Yeah, Sai, yeah. And he probably thought, oh, I'm on time. I'm 4 minutes early. Nah.
I sure did. And then I looked through the messages on Twitter. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm late. I'm tripping.